Join us on the Boss and the Sauce Show as we take a look at the ACC College Football 2019 preview coming up right now. It's the Boss and the Sauce Show. And we keep going and going and going because we love this college football stuff. Back in the ACC College Football 2019 preview, and we're looking at Wake Forest this time. I don't think I know not one Wake Forest fan in the world, but let's take a look at them. We got Dave Clawson, longtime coach over here. This one, he gets back 5 on offense, 4 on defense. On offense, he gets back a quarterback and Sam Hartman. He gets a wide receiver to throw the ball to. He also gets a tight end to catch the touchdown pass, and he gets a right guard and a right tackle that can block on the right side. Maybe they can get something going on offense. Now on defense, he gets a defensive end, 1 linebacker, 2 cornerbacks, and that's it for the defense. So they got a lot of work to do in this one. They definitely be relying on how good they recruited over the past few years for these players to step in these spots and do well. Now, Wake Forest is one of those teams that I seldomly bet on or bet against because they so volatile. It's like they wake up sometimes and they play like this A1 team, and then sometimes they can really shit the bed. But last year, they went 7-6 overall. They lost to Notre Dame, of course, Boston College, Clemson and Florida State, at Florida State, Syracuse, and Pittsburgh. But they did win the bowl game versus Memphis by a field goal. So this team doesn't do pretty good with top-tier talent in those games, and I expect probably the same thing to happen this year. What you think about this team over here in Wake Forest, BigRagoo?
Wake is it's kind of like a Vanderbilt of the ACC. They get a lot of smart kids. Wake, Duke, those are all sharp-minded kids. So they're not there on athletic scholarships. They're mainly academics. But, good thing about that is they understand what the hell the coach is telling them to do. So whether they can execute it is another story. But the thing that Wake does pretty well is they run an up-tempo offense. You talked about Hartman being the quarterback. He's more of a passer. Then they got a guy that kind of fills in the slot to kind of pick up his slack. But they do run that 2-quarterback system. And, they're a very mediocre squad. On the turnover side, they're ranked like 104 in the country out of 130. And then the offense is ranked like 106. So they're not creating a lot of offense, and they're not creating a lot of turnovers. They're going to be a bottom-tier team. And I'm not going to probably look at them a whole lot as far as when the opportunities come up to try to cap them out. Unless they're playing like a really soft team, or they're going to be playing a powerhouse, and there may be fade material for me there. But not a lot to look at on both sides of the ball here. Just a real run-of-the-mill, below-average team.
There it is. There, I kind of like that look too. They opened up against Utah State. Utah State's doing big things over there. In the Mountain West. I think Utah State could pull that one off. So they're starting off with trouble. But if they get past that, they get to see Rice, North Carolina, Elon, then Boston College, Louisville, Florida State, North Carolina, Virginia Tech, and Clemson back-to-back, Duke in the middle, and last game at Syracuse. So they got their work cut out for them. I see 4 definite losses on this team, and definitely quite a few more losses in between with Florida State that's on the rebuild, Boston College, who can do well this year, and NC State, who we don't know we're going to get out of them. I say they probably only win 4 out of those games. I'm looking at another 7-6 season, looking at these Wake Forest Demon Deacons. What you think about them?
Yeah. I mean, you think about it, 7-6, 7-5. That's still a winning season. I mean, not that I'm saying they're mediocre, because they are probably mediocre at best. But I mean, if you look at the wins that they had last year, they did beat. I mean, they beat Louisville, which they had a down year. They beat NC State, pretty good squad there. They beat Memphis. Now Memphis, they're a high power offense. They don't play a lot of defense, but high power offense. So they're a tricky team that they kind of like sneak up on you. So with I guess a lot of it goes into the coaching prep that's going to play this team. Maybe it's because of sketch teams when they're sleeping a little bit, and those are the games they go out and win or perform well in. But it's still going to have that same look for me. I'm just not going to be really high up on this squad to play on, maybe more play against.
Yeah, definitely a team to keep your money in your pocket. Last year they averaged 32.8 points on offense, ranked number 34 in the league. But they defense gave up 33.3 points a game, and they were ranked 102. It's like pouring water in a bucket with a hole in it. Never just going to get it right. This is the type of team you try to stay away from. If you do ever take them by double digits. As a double-digit dog, you might have some money there. But for the most part, stay away from Wake Forest, the Demons, and the Deacons. This is the Boston Sauce Show. We out of here.